This is the 10th part video, titled, He Finds a Notebook of Experience and Can Experience Anything He Writes. Please do watch all the previous parts to enjoy this video. After a while, Sumi was taking her boyfriend, Jong-suk, to meet her parents. She was on the driver's seat. Jong-suk had never seen her drive. He was little surprised. Sumi nervously said she has never drove for long distance, so he has to focus on navigation and help her. They reach at their destination. They were at Sumi's house. Sumi saw her mother and waved at her. Her mother happily welcomed them. Her mother knew Jong-suk from his famous cooking show, 119 Food Rescue. Jong-suk was embarrassed and said he should have came to visit sooner. Sumi asked where was her dad. Her mother said he went to fishing since morning. As they went inside, Sumi said she brought her boyfriend because her father wanted to see him. Her mother said he just went to the lake in front of the house. He will be back before lunch. As they go inside, Jong-suk sees the photo of her father with a big tuna fish. Looking at the photo, Jong-suk said Sumi's father really likes fishing. Sumi agreed. She said she will be resting in her room and leaves Jong-suk alone. Jong-suk sees Sumi's childhood pictures. She was really cute. He also sees her picture with her father and a fish. He realized to impress her father he will need to get fishing skills. He takes out the notebook of experience and asks if it has any fishing skills. Ultimately, the book glowed. Sumi enters the room and finds Jong-suk asleep. She thinks he might be tired from the long journey. She looks around and sees the notebook inside Jong-suk's backpack. After a while, Sumi's father returned home. He was glad to see Sumi. Jong-suk introduces himself, but Sumi's father ignored him. Sumi said awkwardly that her father is a bit blunt. Sumi's mother asked, what did he catch? Her father said, boss. Sumi's mother was not impressed. She said, why did he have to bring boss all the time? She can't eat it because it's fishy. Father ignored her. Jong-suk interrupted and said, there is way to make boss not fishy. Sumi's mother didn't know if it was possible. Jong-suk opened his fish knowledge book. He said, boss fish is the most common fish which is used to eat in America. Westerners like the unique fishy smell, while Koreans like the plain taste, so they reduce its fishy smell. Sumi teased, then shall we take a look at Chef Lee's skill? Jong-suk shows his skills and gets to cook. He even described how boss was called a non-edible fish, but also how its unique properties gave it the popularity. Sumi's parents were listening to it. Jong-suk continued to cook the fish in his own style. Sumi asked about the oil quantity and other ingredients in the recipe. Jong-suk answered her every question. He asked if they have any pickle to give it a new flavor. Sumi's mom goes to bring it. Jong-suk asked Sumi to chop the pickle and onions. He later added mayonnaise and mixed them all together with sugar, lime, and little salt. The tartar sauce which goes with base was ready. He served all the food. Sumi's mother goes for the first try. As she eats it, she gets delighted and says, it's delicious. Sumi brings the white wine for drinks. Sumi and her mother lift their glass and make the cheers. Sumi's father was going to drink his Korean soju. Jong-suk offers to pour it for him. He pours him the drink. Father tries the curry soup from the fish. His eyes widened. Sumi asked, was it good? Her father puts the cup in front of Jong-suk and pours the soju for him. Jong-suk gladly accepts it. Sumi and her mother were happy. Sumi's mother was very impressed by the food. Jong-suk asked if he can join to wash the dishes, but Sumi's mother doesn't let him. Sumi's father was leaving for fishing again. He glanced at Jong-suk and told him to join him. Near the lake, Jong-suk and Sumi's father were sitting with their fishing rods. Jong-suk asked when did he started fishing. Father replied he used to go fishing with his father in Potomac River. Jong-suk knew it was in US. Father said his father used to work at Korean embassy in America. Jong-suk was ready to continue the conversation and asked if he lived in America. He must be very good at English. Father asked casually, do you know why I liked fishing? Jong-suk didn't know. Father replied, because you don't have to say anything. Jong-suk fell silent awkwardly. He understood what he meant. He looks at the big lake in front of him. He knew he has to catch a fish to impress father. He concentrates on fishing. He could sense the fish in the lake. He quickly throws his hook at a distance. Father was stunned to see that throw. The hook fell perfectly. Father was still stunned by his move. Jong-suk knew he has to keep the bait moving to make it feel alive for nearby fish. He keeps rolling his thread. The fish caught the bait. He feels the pull. Its power was great. Jong-suk realized it was a big one. He pulls it up. The fish came up. Looking at the fish, the father knew it was the fish leader. Jong-suk didn't understand. Father replied it was the longest living fish in the reservoir, the top of the chain that lived for more than 10 years. Father had seen it ate many big frogs and water birds. He shouted at Jong-suk to keep the tension steady and not let the fish get away. He guided Jong-suk to keep the fishing rod and fishing line vertically. If it goes away and the line becomes straight, it will break easily. The fish jumped out to free itself. Since it had lived for 10 years, it knows how to unhook the hook and free its mouth. Jong-suk was amazed by its strength, but he was not going to lose in strength. There was his love life on the line. He transferred his power in the rod and the fishing line. His power strengthens the line and reduces the tension. Just by that powerful pull, the fish had lost all its strength. Father suggested to pull it out. They got the fish. Father couldn't believe they had finally caught the king of the reservoir. After a while, Father gave some water to Jong-suk. He sat near him and asked if he met Sumi on a beach. Jong-suk was surprised. Father added, they were in high school at that time. Jong-suk didn't know what to say, so he apologized. But, Father said, he heard Jong-suk also saved her from drowning. He thanks him for that. Jong-suk didn't say anything. Father continued and said, Jong-suk is not only good at hunting women, but also good at catching fish. Jong-suk was embarrassed and apologized again. Father recalled his memories from his childhood. He said his father used to cook boss fish for him. The curry soup he made today was exactly similar to the taste he ate decades ago. He eats boss in the memory of his father, who he can no longer see. When he was in America, he was bullied and called Korean bum. After graduating, he came back to Korea and got a job at a training company. But this time, his company was driving him away. They treated him as useless, except for his English skills. That's why he left his job and started fishing alone. In America, boss is considered as an ecological disturbance. His condition was similar to boss. Jong-suk knew what father must have went through. He said he had learned that in Potomac River there was a problem in water area because a Korean fish galamchi dominated the area. The strong are bound to be wary everywhere. Just like him, there were people who were jealous of Sumi. They marked her as soon as she became a celebrity. But Sumi didn't give up. She didn't get weak and kept acting silently. Jong-suk added, isn't Sumi's boss-like toughness inherited from her father? Father smiled in agreement. He said he tried to teach Sumi fishing just like his father did to him. But maybe because she is a girl, she doesn't like it as much as he does. He added, but he didn't expect Sumi to bring a boyfriend who was good at fishing. Father looked at Jong-suk and said, maybe Sumi didn't have to fish anymore. Father said, Sumi surely met a nice guy. He thanked Jong-suk for being her boyfriend. Jong-suk was happy and said, you are welcome, father. After a few days, Jin Sumi's and Lee Jong-suk's relationship was exposed publicly. Many news articles and videos of their meetings were viral. A famous YouTuber researched many things about their relationship. He made a video about their full love history and especially about Jong-suk. He started by revealing their names. He added, it is not the first time the couple came into light. There were several reports suggesting it. Many people know Lee Jong-suk is a renowned chef. When he was in high school, he first appeared on King of Cooking show on TV with the idols. Famous idol Sunny was his partner and was gaining fame at the moment. But, as per the additional reports, Jong-suk also appeared on a famous cooking show called Good Morning Korea. Famous chef Grandpa Master Kim introduced Jong-suk as like his own grandson. On that show, Lee Jong-suk showed his muscular physique, which made him a viral sensation. However, the reason Jong-suk became famous was because of the show 119 Food Rescue. He went to restaurants which were on verge of collapse and saved them from their demise. He spat on live TV and even threw out a warehouse of meat. He just became a chef when everyone started calling him a chef. They even called him head chef. But what does it mean? The head chef is above all chef in a restaurant. Did Jong-suk ever worked in a restaurant? He didn't even learn how to cook. His major is Oriental medicine. But that's also weird. The YouTuber continued, according to one of his subscribers, who went to the same high school as Lee Jong-suk. Lee Jong-suk was not that bright in their early days. He just used to go to bookstores after school. Suddenly, in the final exam of first semester, Jong-suk got the first place in the whole school with a perfect score. He was not only good at studying, but he was also great at fighting. He defeated his judo senior in one strike. He knocked down Tenjin, who is now a famous judo player. Are all those crazy stories true? The YouTuber said he couldn't believe it at first, but something made it more certain. Jin Sumi's first movie appearance was Jeong Dojin. The lead actress was Lee Ji-sun. Also, why was there a special post-credit scene for Lee Jong-suk? He was also in the credits. The YouTuber answered, Jong-suk was the masked man. But again, his research revealed something more. It was not his first appearance. He also played a role of a ninja in the famous play called Empress Myeongseong. So, that gives a confirmation that Lee Jong-suk is also a skilled martial artist. After Jin Sumi appeared in public, the rumors of them dating went like a storm. But, after some time, there was a report that they broke up. Sometime later, Lee Jong-suk quit 119 Food Rescue and everything became quiet. However, does anyone remember the shootout with some foreign pirates? Lee Jong-suk was the one to beat the foreign pirates who wielded guns and an axe with his bare hands. He handed them to police himself. At that time, Lee Jong-suk was a doctor on the hospital ship. Also, not long ago, there was a Gubong subway accident. Lee Jong-suk saved countless lives and became hero of Gubong Station. No matter how much unthinkable it may look like, the muscle-kin Lee Jong-suk actually exists in reality. The YouTuber added he just planned to reveal some things of Lee Jong-suk, but after collecting so much data and looking at the reports, for him, Lee Jong-suk doesn't even feel human. He is like a monster. But the most important thing is, why is such a human who didn't have any presence until first semester of high school suddenly became a multi-talented genius? He continued, everyone thought the JC Entertainment stock would fall when Sumi revealed her relationship with Jong-suk. But looking at her now, she would become a Hollywood star. That wraps up the video. The YouTuber catchphrase the usual lines to like, comment and subscribe and ends the video. At the moment, an old man with extraordinary features was watching the video. He said, the last book of experience is in Korea. The bald assistant replied, they haven't confirmed it yet, but they can contact their people as they strongly believe that is a possibility. The old man shrugged. He said he can tell that Lee Jong-suk must be a writer. After a few days, it was raining heavily. A woman in yellow raincoat was near the hospital. Inside the hospital, Jong-suk was reading acupuncture books for his US license exam. The nurse asks, why does he need it? Jong-suk replied, he can encounter emergency patients while traveling abroad, so he needs the US medical license for it. Without license, he might face difficult situations. The nurse said that she heard he was going to travel abroad. Jong-suk smiles at her and praises the coffee she brought. The nurse leaves. The yellow raincoat woman stood before her. The nurse asked, what is she doing? The woman only said, Lee Jong-suk. The nurse guessed that she was looking for Jong-suk. The nurse goes inside and tells Jong-suk about his guest. Jong-suk asks who it was. The nurse looks in the direction she came in, but there was no one. The nurse couldn't say anything. Jong-suk thought it was a misunderstanding. He goes outside. He sees that his locker was broken. He goes near it. His bag was also open. Someone has searched his bag. He realized something was wrong. He ran outside to his car. He tried to make a call, but there was no answer. He starts the car and gets on going. He sees the woman in yellow raincoat in his back camera. He didn't know what she was doing. He takes out the car and leaves to his house. The woman was watching him as his car went away. Jong-suk tried to call at home, but it was not even connecting. His thoughts were consumed by fear. At home, a man was holding the telephone cable. Jong-suk's father was covered in blood and unconscious. His mother was tied up from hands and legs with tape. Her mouth was shut. She couldn't even speak a single word. Only her eyes crying for help could be seen. The masked bald men were searching the whole house for something. Finally, they found it. They were after the notebook of experience. The mysterious old man could see it. He could recognize the book. He ordered them to secure it and bring it to him. They immediately ran out of the house. Their van arrived at the doorstep. Just when they were going to enter the car, Jong-suk came at full speed and crashed into their van. The three masked men fell over a distance. The crash was so quick. Jong-suk gets out of the car. He was not injured. Jong-suk saw the three masked men. One of them was holding the magical book. The old man could see him. He could see Lee Jong-suk. Jong-suk has met his new enemies. They are after the notebook of experience. Who are these people? Will Jong-suk save his family? Will he survive? To know more, don't forget to watch the next part of the series. The link will be updated soon in the description. Join the fun. If you are someone who loves reading manhwa and animes, subscribe now and join us in our journey. Also, get notified for new manhwa updates and hidden gems. Thank you for watching this video and see you again.